here is how you stop feeling insecure. Hi, my loves. If this video found you, you might be dealing with some insecurities, some embarrassments, just feeling like you're not good enough. And I want to completely set you free of that today. So if you're feeling this, keep watching and I'm gonna guide you through how to set yourself free. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Chloe. Thank you so much for being here. I'm trying to work with the sun today, so I hope this lighting is okay. But how to stop feeling insecure. This is something that I have really dealt with nearly my whole life. I was so incredibly insecure as a little girl. Like as early as I can remember, I was so insecure. I know I've shared with you guys before, but I was really bullied growing up. I just was always the one that was picked on. I always felt like I stood out like a sore thumb. And I always felt like out of the group, I was just always that one, that someone was going to have something to say. It was never gonna be nice. And I always felt like people just got so much satisfaction for making fun of me. And honestly, it's so heartbreaking looking back because I remember thinking in high school when everyone was always picking on me and I always felt like this, I remember having the thought of like, oh, if I can even provide them with a little bit of laughter, like I guess that's a positive. Like even if they were making fun of me, I was like, I guess it is kind of a positive because like I'm providing them with laughter. Like that's how low I was and how intense this problem got, and I just was looking for any way to escape these feelings. And so I just want to share with you guys, if you're going through this, some tools that have really helped me. So first things first, it is time to let go of your ego. I've heard this on Giggly Squad. I don't know if you guys have heard of Giggly Squad. It's a podcast with Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Berner, and Hannah was saying like your ego is not your amigo, and that's something you can really remind yourself of. Like it's so true, your ego is not your friend, and all of these feelings are really coming from your ego, like the feeling of not being good enough, just feeling like you're comparing yourself to everyone. And that is something that I really want to dive into because I noticed this come up this past weekend. I noticed I was comparing myself to someone, like she was just so beautiful and elegant and just put together, and I was like, oh my god, like I got that like pit in my stomach of like I'm not good enough because she's so pretty. And you have to stop comparing yourself to other people, and you have to let go of this external validation. And something that can really help you with this is staying off of social media. Like stop scrolling and consuming and comparing yourself to all of these people. Like everything is just fake on there. It's all edited, it's all curated, like it's all meant to make you feel this way. And so you really owe it to yourself. Give yourself a social media cleanse. Like stay off of social media for the weekend or stay off of it. So I do every single Wednesday as my no social media day, and I just don't touch any social media. Like if I post a TikTok or something, I still do this every time I go on TikTok. I like cover up the little icon that shows your reactions, and I just get on their post and then I exit the app. And that is really helpful because it's like you have to stop caring what other people think about you. You are giving your power away to them and their opinions when really all of your power lies within you and what you think of you. All that matters is what you think of you. And that is how you set your ego free, is to stop caring And not even like, I don't want to say the word caring, because that kind of insinuates like, oh, then I don't care about other people, and that's just not realistic. But you have to stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you, because it's not your business. And like Mel Robbins says, let them. Like, if they want to think you're nuts or you're whatever for your choices, let them. You know, like, you don't owe anyone anything, and you have to keep coming back to yourself and keep just grounding yourself in this self-love energy, and it is going to set you so free. And it's seriously time to let go of that ego, because that is what is keeping you so stuck. And you have to realize that you are just in human form, but you are the observer of yourself. So start observing your thoughts. Start journaling them out. Like, what are you thinking on a day-to-day basis? And journaling and meditation can really help with this, because you can start flipping your beliefs about yourself. Like, if you notice there's a pattern when you're around certain people and you start to go down that spiral and you're like, oh my gosh, like, here we go again, I'm not good enough, like, I feel like I don't fit in, and this and that, you can start becoming aware of those emotions and those feelings that are coming up. And what if, just for today, you started telling yourself, I am worthy, I am good enough, and just meet yourself where you're at. And give that inner child part of you that is so stuck, like, give them a hug and just let them know they're not alone and that you see them. If no one else in the world sees them, at least you do. And really, that's all we are ever looking for. Like, you're the one that you're looking for. So when you start to acknowledge those inner parts of yourself and you start to hold them and connect with them, you are going to start feeling so insanely empowered. And it seriously just all starts with you. So you have to stop comparing yourself and giving a voice to other people when it's your voice. What you think is what matters, and you are the one who's going to empower yourself. You are the one who's going to make your dreams come true. You are the one who's going to make you feel loved, to make you feel confident, because if you don't feel like that about yourself, then how can anyone else? And it's also like this, the outside world is literally just reflecting your beliefs about yourself. So if you see someone maybe making fun of you or name calling or whatever, and they're just a really difficult person in your life, look into your own life and see where you are doing the same thing to yourself. Because if someone is saying something about you and it's hurting you, you're telling yourself that it's true. So like for me, when I was growing up, I was always bullied for being dumb. Like, I was known as the dumb girl in high school. No matter what, I was always the dumb one. Like, people on my cheerleading team, this is so embarrassing, but they seriously called me Slowy Chloe. And I just always was known as being dumb. And so that was a huge trigger for me for so long. And I'm still working on that. But I know in my soul that I am not dumb. I know that I am able to figure everything out. And I look myself in the mirror every single day and I say I am extremely intelligent and wise. And I can't tell you how many people now tell me, they're like, wow, you are so wise. Like, it's so, every time I meet a new person, that's always the first thing they say. They're like, you are so wise beyond your years. And it's because I have developed that. Like, I have gotten myself out of that stuck space of believing other people and letting other people speak my truth when I know in my soul that that is not the truth. And that's the whole thing of the ego, is your ego is just trying to fit in with other people, and it's trying to like have all of this external validation and be accepted by other people. But when you let that go and you just stop caring and stop worrying about what the hell other people are thinking about you, because it is not your business, you are going to radiate positive energy. So stop giving power to other people. And Also, once you let go of the external validation, I seriously believe that it's all like that's when you start receiving the compliments and the reassurance, because you don't need it. You've already given it to yourself. And so then it's like the universe literally rewards you and is like, it's reflecting back to you what you already know about yourself. So it's time to stop comparing yourself and just know that you're on your own journey and someone else is on their own journey, and stop looking at their life and like thinking that they have it all figured out, because the truth of it is, if you were to switch roles with someone and live a day in their life, the chances are you would come running back to yours. You don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what they've been through. And also, how insanely beautiful and amazing is it that you have been through these life experiences and that you have the knowledge and wisdom to connect and resonate with people on this deep level. Like, if you're comparing yourself to someone who looks perfect, they might not, like, maybe on the surface level they look perfect, but they might not have the skills to navigate life the way that you do, and they don't have the depth and the like prizes that come with doing this deep healing work, and you are doing the work. So how can you compare yourself to anyone else? Like, all you need to do is just compare yourself to past versions of you and see how far you've come, see how much you've grown, and really focus on you. Because it's like that analogy, like if you were driving and you're looking at every other car and seeing where they're going, you're gonna crash. So it's the same thing in your life. Why are you looking at everyone else and focusing on them and trying to compete with them? Like, this is you. All you have is you. It's your journey. And you have to stay so focused on you and give yourself that love, and stop expecting other people to give it to you before you give it to yourself. You can't pour out of an empty cup. You need to fill yourself up with these positive affirmations, with the self-love, with the seeing yourself first, and letting go of the ego, letting go of the external validation. Because the truth of it is, we are literally here for such a small amount of time. Like, we are a blimp in space. We are the cosmos who came down here to express ourselves. And I know that some of y'all are like, wow, that freaks me out. But it's true. We are literally like the size of an ant, like a tiny little speck of stardust that is here for just a short amount of time. And we are on a floating rock. So who the fuck cares? No one is going to remember. Like, there's so many famous people now in this new earth. But looking back, it's like, you remember Thomas Jefferson or, George Washington, and you really just, like, you remember history and you remember certain people. But unless you were like a president or some type of, activist movement type of person, like, I hate to say it to you, but you're probably not going to be remembered. And you're not going to be remembered for that embarrassing thing that you did. No one remembers. Everyone is thinking about themselves. So stop living your life in this like boxed up cage of feeling like you're gonna mess everything up and that you have to be perfect. And it's also like, it's only embarrassing if you're embarrassed. Like, why are you giving power to other people to allow them to make you feel embarrassed? Like, it's over. The past is in the past. Be here now. There is no benefit for you doing this to yourself and making yourself feel so insecure. Like, what if you just acted like the most confident version of yourself today just for fun? What if you just did that? It was just 14:44 on the timer. 444. And 4s are like all about your foundation and changing yourself and becoming this higher version of you. So keep coming back to this. And also, my life really changed when I started embracing all of my imperfections. And I finally just, I remember, like, I know I think I've told this story before, but I was at my corporate job, I was in Nashville, and I was about to have to host a meeting for everyone, and I started just to feel like so insecure and feel like, oh my gosh, everyone is gonna judge me, and you know, like, what if I am shaky, or what if I'm nervous, and that's gonna be so embarrassing, and all of the things. And I took a moment for myself. I went to the bathroom and I did like this pose that my therapist has taught me, where it's like you cross your arms over like this, and then you cross your legs. You can't see my legs, but you cross your legs over each other, and you just like hold this position, and you feel everything that's happening inside of you and just let it all come up. And that's what I did. Like, I was just picturing like, what is the worst case scenario? What could possibly go wrong? And blah, blah, blah. And I sat with myself for like 5 minutes and really felt it and really like made it bad. And then I felt this light just come up in me, and the voice said, I am actively embracing all of my imperfections. And I just kept telling myself that all day. Like, I'm actively embracing all of my imperfections. Because your imperfections are actually your superpowers. Like, it's what makes you you. So stop trying to fit in and cut off these parts of you and think that you need to make sense to everyone. Like, you already are perfect exactly as you are, and you just need to embrace all of you. Embrace these imperfections. Like, allow them to come up, see them, and just start approving and accepting yourself for who you are, for where you're at now. And you, my love, are going to be the most confident person in the room, because you have gone there with yourself. And if you accept these imperfections in you, it doesn't matter if your neighbor accepts them. It literally doesn't matter, because you're the only person who can set yourself free from this. So when you start to see yourself and love yourself, you're unstoppable. So stop comparing yourself. Let go of that ego. Embrace all of you. Embrace all of your weirdness, your imperfections. Like, it's amazing. Why would you want to be like everyone else? How fucking boring is that? Be you. Like, be you, not them. Be you. There's only one you. The chances of you being here on this earth, it literally was a 1 out of 40 trillion. So be grateful that you are here, and just be you, because I promise you, no one cares. Everyone is thinking about themselves and worried about their life, and they might think about you for like 5 minutes, but then guess what? They're on to the next person, or they're on to, and also, like, what I've realized is whenever I used to get those comments that like I was dumb or whatever, it was always a projection. It was always, and something I've told myself is like, if someone is being mean to me, I'm just like, does that make you feel better? Like, how sad is that? That makes you feel better, that you have to put me down. Like, that's really sad, because that means that they're suffering with their own insecurities and their own things, and they're trying to boost their ego up and make themselves feel good. So stop feeling sad for yourself and feel sad for them, because that is really depressing that they have to, oh my god, there's a huge lizard on my patio, but that they have to try to put you down. Like, how heartbreaking is that? If you're around people that actually feel good about themselves, they're gonna make you feel good about you. And the same goes, if they feel bad about themselves, they're gonna try to make you feel bad about you. So just remember that, and be so gentle with yourself. I know all of us have these inner child parts of us that are stuck and frozen from just growing up with bullies and, you know, mean kids, because when you're growing up, like, it's just a bunch of kids that are trying to navigate and they don't know what's going on inside. And so if you have this emotional intelligence and you can start being aware of why people are the way they are and not letting it affect you, you are invincible. So I really hope that this message helps you guys. I know that this would have helped me years and years ago and still helps me today just to talk about it, because I definitely do still get insecure from time to time. I mean, it's just a human emotion. Like, we're all human, you know, and it happens. So be so calm with yourself. Don't shame yourself. It is completely normal and you are safe. You are okay. So I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.